All right, folks, welcome back to the American Dota League. It's Season 2, the end of Week 3. In fact, the last series of Week 3. It's Team eHug versus Team Dog. It's Group A, best of 3 series. Thank you so much for joining us. Once again, my name is Mott. This time I'm not alone. I am joined by the great Pimp Munkle. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing wonderful after like 6 hours casting on JD. Well, can't wait to get this thing going because, well, eHug against Dog, this should be a pretty damn amazing matchup.
Yeah, honestly, these teams I feel like are very close in caliber, and I'm really excited to see what they can bring to the table. I've always been a big fan of MSS and Fata as well. I think he's one of my favorite players to watch just because of how good he can be in that lane. Pycat's a great carry. For eHug, they're a team I've known for a while. I've met Sheep, I've met Cakes, I've met Pandago. I consider them some decent friends of mine, and well, we'll see what they draft up here. As already we're under the way into the draft, obviously, guys. This is the second series of the day. If you missed out on Team Liquid versus Force Sweet Revenge, you can check out the VODs, which will be done soon, I believe, on YouTube.com/American Dota League, or you can buy the ticket for $3.99 in the Dota store and get access to all of them. So, Centaur Warner picked up for Team Dog. No surprise there. Strong first pick.
Yeah, MSS Centaur is like so freaking good. This guy, I think it all comes down to his Blink Dagger timing. If he picks up a Blink Dagger like around 10 to 12 minutes, he is going to crush eHug with it. And I feel like if he really finds an opening, he's always going to take it because this guy is an exceptional offlane player. Especially when you pair that with a global presence, which could be coming out from Fata because there's still an Invoker in the pool. If they can get their hands on a Fata Invoker, this is the combination DK used to actually win Star Ladder like each and every time. So, well, I'm pumped. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. I would like to see that Invoker as well. It's a lot of Quas Exhort stuff happening recently. In fact, that entire last series featured Kokfa playing just a really mean Quas Exhort Invoker coming out, hitting some huge Sunstrikes. eHug will go for the Ancient Apparition, which is good. They have good laning presence early on with Chilling Touch. They could go aggressive tri-lane if they want to. They could do defensive. Obviously, Ice Blast paired up with maybe some other global heroes could work out very well together and synergize, but we'll see. Their next pickup could be that Invoker like you talked about. I'm not sure if eHug want to pick that up or maybe focus on something else. They did ban out the Naga. They don't want to have to deal with it. And Dazzle is also available, but with Ancient Apparition already picked up, I'm not sure if they're going to go that road. They're going to go for the Mirana instead, so yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yep, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you called it, man.
Man, this is gonna be a treat to watch. Fata Invoker is gonna be so AAA amazing, gotta tell ya. Although, if we're actually going back to the Mirana pickup, she's one of those heroes who's picked up ridiculously much because she's never banned out anyway. And Nahas, I think he was like a bit mad that there is pretty much no nerfs at all to the Mirana in 6181 because she's still sporting a ridiculous 60% win rate.
Yeah.
And the nerf is only about her vision in 6181 and the patch didn't even hit yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's like nothing at all, really. Maybe like you could nerf like her Moonlight Shadow, or I don't even know what you could change about her to make her like somewhat balanced. I feel like Moonlight Shadow is really good. I don't know, because like her agility early on isn't like, and her base damage isn't very strong. So if you change that, then you really just cripple the hero. So there's a couple things that you maybe could change, but I don't know. Maybe some cooldown timings, I think. Like for Starstorm and Arrow and Leap you could change. But yeah, she's still really good. And we'll probably see her picked up a ton in the next patch, I'd imagine.
Yeah, also, speaking of very strong agility-based girls sitting on some mounts, Luna, she's now banned out, and she's one of the big winners for the next patch, in my opinion, because she's still ridiculously strong, and she's going to get nerfed a bit, but who cares? It's like, what, 6 damage or something, and you still have your aura with a ridiculous amount of damage on level 1 anyways.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And, well, question is for me, do eHug actually pick up someone to set up for the Mirana? They could pick up a Shadow Demon, a Bane, maybe.
I'm not really a big fan of Bane anymore. I feel like Shadow Demon just provides more usefulness, but is a harder hero to maybe play and kind of be successful with. It depends on what he want to go for. I know they've done the Bane Mirana combo before, but it certainly could be that Shadow Demon. Plus with Cold Feet, that interaction with the Ancient Apparition is always very strong as well. And yeah, there it is. And that makes the most sense to me. And I feel like Sigma or Dogma or Team Dog, they kind of knew it was going to be coming, and they kind of expected that. So not a surprise that it gets picked up, and we'll see what they counter with in this pick coming out for Team Dog.
Yeah, I actually don't have some sort of favorite here. The Shadow Demon is some sort of rather defensive support in itself, but of course with the Mirana he can just be very aggressive, especially there could be the likes of an aggro try coming out. AA Shadow Demon Mirana is pretty good, I would say. The supports are just going to be staying behind, and wow, they actually got the Bane for the Dog team. I mean, Pass Play is one of the best Banes in the scene, but it's surprising. I would have expected something like CM for Misery
I think Pos gets this because or I guess Pycat picks it for Pos is because they have the Invoker, and it's one of those ways to set it up with Nightmare, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's how the interaction works, so I think that's probably the reason why. And Team Dog are maybe looking to have at least somebody to set up the Sunstrikes. We'll see, though. There are other options as well. And the thing is, if you get a quick level 6 in Bane and get Fiend's Grip up, you can start really ganking very effectively. The problem is there's ways to counter that in Fiend's Grip, and he's going to get brought down in terms of, like, there's Disruption, there's the Arrow, you can even get Cold Feeted, and that'll get canceled relatively easy. But we'll see. I don't know. It's an okay pickup, I feel like, but it's interesting that it's picked up third.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Bane is one of those heroes who's very strong in a combination of heroes, especially with the Morana. But if Team eHug already does have a Shadow Demon, I don't feel like you need to pick him up right now. I don't think he's going to get banned out in the first pick. But, well, so far, it's still rather open. Do you have any sort of favorite as a carry right now with a Bane and a Centaur Warrunner as well as Invoker creating space? Maybe a Void?
Maybe... I don't know. I'm thinking about it off the top of my head. I don't know. Spectre's not bad, I think. I think Spectre would do okay in that kind of situation because you give that global presence and you can kind of like have the Centaur and the Bane kind of doing their own thing. Invoker has Sunstrike and you can get him involved, and then Spectre just haunts in, which would be fine. Pycat plays a really good Luna, but that's banned out. And
10 seconds
I don't know.
remaining.
He also plays really good Weaver, which would be fine too, but I'm not sure if this is the best game for it. So there's a couple of options for them, but I don't really have a favorite for what they're going to pick right now. But Team eHug, wow, this is the second
Wow.
Druid I've seen today. That's impressive.
Maybe you just go Lifestealer here and shoot through the bear.
Yeah, that could be good. Yeah, I like that actually a lot. I'd be down with Lifestealer.
Yeah, especially if you think about it, you're going to have an Iron Cannon ready from the Invoker, and if you pick up the Centaur with the Invoker, it most likely is going to be this Exort style from Theta, which is ridiculously strong. Now, what they did in the past was lane Fata in the safe
10
lane, get him
seconds
ridiculous
remaining.
amounts of levels and XP, obviously,
5
hello,
seconds
XP and gold, and of course pick up a Hand of Midas, and have a very strong... I would say
Reserve
EG
time.
style one position in the mid lane, something like a Shadow Fiend, something like a Naga Siren, and they could do this here, but not with a Lifestealer. So,
Yeah.
well, I'm not sure.
There's a couple of options, obviously, but they still need another support as well, which is something we need to keep our minds on. I mean, like, they still have plenty of reserve time. eHug have only 2 seconds of bonus time left, so that's something that they've got to be kind of concerned about here. They did ban out the Chen, they banned out the Dazzle as well, which would be 2 really good heroes coming out for Team Dog if they were available, but they're not. I don't really expect to see them pick up an Enchantress, so that'd be kind of interesting. Maybe Disruptor, but I don't know. No, they'll... Okay,
Oh,
all right. What do
okay.
I know, I guess?
Dire
So,
team
they will
back.
pick up the Enchantress. I've been proven wrong, I suppose.
Well, thing is, I'm not sure, like, let's be honest here. So if Team eHug goes aggro dry, I think the Enchantress pickup is really risky.
10
Yeah.
Because they can do that.
remaining.
Yeah, they absolutely can. I mean, with the Mirana, with the Shadow Demon, the Ancient Hypershine, absolutely
5
you can.
seconds
Like,
remaining.
not only do you have damage from Shielding Touch, but the arrow combo is there, and yeah, this is kind of a risky pickup. And more likely than not, you want to like safe lane the Lone Druid, solo safe it,
Radiant
and then
team
it'll be up
back.
against the Centaur, which is an okay matchup for both of those. But since you have the Bear, I feel like Lone Druid will probably be fine. Yeah, this is probably an aggro try potentially. I'm not sure.
10 seconds
You know why?
remaining.
Because Lone Druid is just so strong in a solo safe lane scenario against something like a Centaur
5
Warrunner.
seconds remaining.
He can't do too much if he doesn't... I mean, he needs to get up to level 6, obviously, but still, he can
Reserve
hold his
time.
own against the Centaur, who's usually a rather strong laner, especially against more squishy range heroes. So I think it's a good pickup, but, well, yeah, you mentioned it, it is rather open. And so far, it all comes down to those
Dire
mid
team
picks. I
pick.
think if the mid picks are going to be like a rotating mid, which is kind of out of the meta right now, something like a Queen of Pain, you can just go aggro dry and break up the laning stage very soon and just kill people.
Right.
If you don't, oh, it's a Nyx Assassin. Okay, wow.
Wow.
Radiant team
That's actually
pick.
really interesting because now maybe I don't know. You could send. You could do a dual lane mid. You could do Lone Druid mid. You could do the Nixon mid if you really want to for eHug. But this is an interesting pickup. Apparently, we're actually echoing in Dota TV. I don't know how that's possible. At least from my end, I don't know if you have any settings that would have
Wait a
that
second,
happen.
I'm gonna check. If you just keep talking real quick.
Okay, I'm talking still.
10 seconds
But yeah, I
remaining.
mean, I don't know. I have no idea really what they're going to go for this last pickup for Team Dog. I mean, it's
5
got to be some sort of
seconds
core,
remaining.
but we'll see.
Please let us know. Like, I just toned down my so I've got an open headset, so mod could actually maybe be heard from my microphone. I don't know. Shouldn't
okay.
be. But it's like a piece 360. Anyways, it's gonna be all right. Just let me know. I think there's like 2 minutes of stream delay, right?
Yes, there is. Yeah, there
Okay.
is. So we'll find out.
And
I
of
guess,
course
in a
Dota
few
TV,
minutes.
which is actually echoing. Derp.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta see.
Well, Gyrocopter now coming in for Pycat. This is a hero that makes sense. It fits. It's got a lot of early game presence, and it's a lot like a Luna to a certain extent, which he loves to play. And if he gets farm, he can certainly take this to the late game. The problem is the Lone Druid's going to be very, very strong late as well. I just don't know how eHug are going to lane this, whereas for Team Dog, it's a bit more, I guess, easy to understand. So, I don't know. I think I like Dog's team a bit better, but that's just because I don't really fully understand eHugs right now.
Also, disclaimer, guys, everyone watching the stream and in Dota TV, I don't have too much of an idea about Team eHug because I sadly can't catch too much of American Dota because it's very late usually. I try to catch as much as I can, but I don't have too much of an insight for Team eHug, so that's all on you, Mod.
Yeah, I got it.
With those guys.
I am. I mean,
10
with the way that they're
seconds
picking the heroes right
remaining.
now, it's going to be an off-lane Assassin because Cakes plays the off-lane or solo save.
5 seconds remaining.
It's going to be farming Rana and mid Lone Druid is what it looks like coming out for pretty much everybody here for eHug. And yeah, I mean, that's actually kind of exciting. We are going to get a quick pause here. And then again, I've seen Justin go into different roles as well. And like they can switch up the mid. And Jiggle actually plays mid a lot too. So it really depends on what they want to do. They can switch it up there. But we are going to jump into the game. However, there's going to be a pause real quick. So make sure you guys, obviously, while we have this pause, check out AmericanDotaLeague.com if you're interested in the standings and the schedule. And, of course, you can find a link to the ticket, which is $3.99 in the Dota store. Once again, it's a best-of-3 series here. Unlike Group B matches, which are 2-game series for points, this is just a best-of-3 series. Winner will get a point, and a loser will not. So we'll see what happens as we jump into the game. 4 introductions for Team eHug on the Dire team. We've got Jigglebilly on the Marana. We'll have I'm a Sheep Sucks. He'll be on the Enchant Apparition. We'll have Hamdago or Pandago will be on the Shadow Demon. Cakes is going to be on the Nyx Assassin. Justin or 272 is going to be on the Lone Druid to round it all out.
Sweet. On the bottom lane, we've got the DK combination. We've got MSS, the lone American, on the squad. He's going to be handling the Centaur Warrunner. Then we've got Pycat, the Swede, Mr. Handsome himself, on the Gyrocopter. Also heading down to the bottom lane so far, it's going to be Misery on the 4-position Enchantress Pass, C German on the Bane, and of course Vater, who is sporting a very mean name in German on the Invoker.
I'm not going to even ask the question, so...
It's alright. It's not... it's not bad by any means, but it's... Anyways, it's gonna be alright. We just go and call him Fada.
Alright, we'll call him Fada then. It is Fada gonna be there. There's some 5-man aggression coming down here. Well, they're just making sure that they're scouting things out as it stands right now. Cakes is here in the off lane, but so is Pandago, and he can throw up a ward and then maybe head to that top lane. It actually is looking like it's gonna be Jigglebilly here on this mid Rana, so they're gonna lane it that way with the AA potentially top, helping out that Lone Druid with, of course... Well, they could still do this aggressive tri-lane. They can even do 2-1-2 and still maybe be fine, but the thing is, Lone Druid, he kind of needs some levels, but it's more important, I think, to secure him farm, and a lot of people, I think, are realizing that. The last game I saw with the Lone Druid was today with TC playing Lone Druid in a tri-lane, and he got a very quick minus into a very quick radiance as well, so I think that's what eHug are aiming for right now, and maybe we see Doggo aggressive try because of it. Pycat's going top right now. Are they going to 2-1-2 this themselves? Miseries might stay in the jungle. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Gyro in the aggro try is really freaking strong, especially if you have the setup of Pass. One Nightmare into a Brain Stab is all you really need, and then there's going to be like this insane amount of damage from the Rocket Barrage. So, well, maybe just do it this way, and so far, it's looking like a 2-1-1-1. Wow, this is like pop style, old school stuff.
Yeah, this is interesting. Misery's staying down bottom. He can always go top eventually, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, he might just stay in the jungle and farm a bit, maybe get an item or two. He does have a smoke, so he'll probably head mid at some point to try to converge on Jigglebilly, but that'll be tough because Marana has that leap to get away, but this matchup should be going for Fata. I mean, Jigglebilly has like no base damage, which I talked about already, so... And he's going for Exhort like you talked about, which is no surprise there.
'Tis non-cupatory.
Yeah, I agree. And also I think this is the way smarter laning from both teams actually. You're gonna have, like you mentioned, I mean, the Lone Druid really needs a bit of farm, but he can just abuse his bear in order to get down those last hits. It's in the start it's a bit iffy, 33 damage as well as a headshot, it's really not much. But as soon as he gets some levels, it's gonna be completely fine for him.
Yeah, I agree completely. And he can also head to the jungle at some point, you know, while the lane's pushed out or what have you, just to try to get some CS. And I mean, we'll see how it goes. Some Entangling Claws also would be really nice to have, but well, again, that requires levels. So bottom lane, it's going to be a solo versus a solo, and I don't know, MSS should have a pretty good time here against Cakes. We'll see, though. I mean, he's got Stomp. Spike Carapace is going to go for Cakes just to make sure he gets that harass off, but as it stands right now, MSS should be getting decent free farm, I'd say.
Yeah, man, it's always like counting down the seconds when the Spike Carapace is down. Because if you can actually land down a double edge into or like hoof some into a double edge combination, and if you right clicks as well, this bug is very tanky-ish because he's got a PMS and a 5 armor as well as, well, nice HP regeneration. But still, he can get dropped easily if you have the burst. And so far, well, it's not looking like it, but it's just it's an idea.
Yeah, I mean, there is that opportunity, obviously, and I don't know, this is one of the more interesting lanes to me, but we'll come back here and we'll see how things are going in a bit, but the mid matchup is also really important. Jiggle probably going to try to go for a Midas, I'd imagine, in this mid lane. He'll get a bottle first, maybe? No, it's going to be a Ring of a Kill outright. We'll see if he goes for a bottle top lane. There is that Nightmare going. Justin, now the Nightmare did go on Sheep, as they're not really trying to go for this kill, but guess who's roaming up top? Pandago gets a haste, maybe looking for a disruption here. Might try to go on Pycat. There it goes, the disruption. Chilling Touch already went, but he's going to try to TP out right now. Is he going to make it in time? And he will. Pycat with a really smart play just to TP out from any sort of danger there, as the only thing they had was a disruption.
Yeah, that's really good. And heads up play from Pycat. It's one of those things, if you've got a lot of experience, and he played for LGD in for like a year, so you are having so much experience, you know, just keep your head calm, just exactly know you're gonna have a TP, you can just TP out, there is no stun after the disruption, nothing. What can possibly stop it? Entangle? Not up yet.
Yeah, and the Cold Feet's not there either. And that was the one ability that could have maybe caught them, but no, the Cold Feet wasn't really skilled. He was still level 1 at the time. He's level 2 when he put up Ice Vortex instead, which is fine. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just a smart play. He does lose out on some farm, and he's only got 6 last hits right now, which isn't the best. The Lone Druid's only sitting at 9, so it's not that bad. But the rest of Dog are doing very, very well. Misery has rotated up top. He actually smoked up, but he's got a Dark Troll Summoner as well. He's looking to maybe go on somebody here with this Snare ready to go, but we'll wait and see. I don't know. He's being very cautious. He's actually got 2 Dark Troll Summoners. Oh, boy.
This is big. If they can just find the opening, there's someone dying, and, well, it's not going to be the Enchantress, I gotta tell you. But they scout him out. Like, this Catapult MVP here. So they just see everything, and they should just fall back. But Irish Sheepdogs is going very aggressively. Wow, this guy's to be very careful.
Yeah, he could have maybe gotten ensnared and got caught out and maybe killed, but they realize that the Shadow Demon's not here right now, so maybe Fada's got to be a bit more careful. Pandago smoked up, and that smoke looks like it's not going to pay off, and you look at Pos, Misery, and Pycat top, they're thinking about maybe diving right now, but look how low these guys are setting. Pos is going to run right in, but the bear is blocking the way. Pos getting caught up. There's the Cold Feet Nightmare going through. They're going to Rocket Barrage on the bear. First blood goes to MS's bottom. While that's all happening, and Snare flies out on the bear. They really want this bear right now, unfortunately. Nature's Attendants did go. Pandago's going to come through, use that disruption as well. He's still level 1, mind you. Pycat's backing away now. Misery is zoning him out. Zoning out Hamdago, nonetheless. And now it should be all over here, but while that was all happening, MSS getting a kill, like we talked about, on that Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, also very smart play from MSS. Dropping the Tranquils just so they don't get disabled at all. And he's really freaking fast with this one. And you can just see, this combination of damage is just all they took to bring down Cakes. And, well, it's a rough lane for the Nyx Assassin. As I mean, the second your Spike Carapace is on cooldown, you have to play super defensive and not go for CS anymore. And that's really a big issue. Yeah,
and the thing is, too, is that after that first blood, he already has his Tranquils and 1,100 gold in the bank, too. So not only is Nyx Assassin fairly underleveled in comparison to that of MSS, but now he's got to deal with maybe a Blink Dagger soon, and Stampede being online as well. So all of a sudden, it looks pretty bad for Cakes in this offlane here, but he's still getting okay CS. He's just got to be careful. Top lane, Disruption's going to go. Pos getting caught up. There's the Nightmare. Went on Justin. Now Sunstrike's going to fly. They take away the Nightmare immediately. Pandago getting caught out. The Satyr Tormentor, they use the Stampede coming through. They'll grab 1, they'll grab 2. Will they get 3? Justin backing off under the tower. Gyrocopter getting Sheep. And of course, Misery getting the side of Hamdago. Justin getting caught out with another Shockwave from the Satyr Tormentor. But it's not going to be enough. They'll eat their way through. And 3 quick kills now going the way of Dog after that last engagement.
Yep, and the only lane which is going remotely even is going to be the mid lane, and Jigglebilly all eyes on this guy. He has to make the big plays for his own team, because so far the comeback mechanic just isn't there at the same level that Dog's is.
Yeah.
Dog, they will have a Blink Deck up very soon on the center. MSS is doing a marvelous job bottom lane, and, well, you can always just try to find ganks with an Ancient Apparition level 6, but AA is level 4, and we are 6 minutes in. That's kind of what Nah, it's not bad by any means, but it's just unfortunate that I'm a Sheep can't really get those levels up.
I mean, Pandago's level 1 too. That's like he is so far behind. He's got to get something going. He's tried to smoke a couple times. He's tried to gank elsewhere, but it really has not gone in his favor. And if you look at Dog, they've got really everything they want. Like you talked about, there is that Blink Dagger coming up very soon for Centaur. He got pushed out bottom, it looks like, or at least he's headed elsewhere. As he is rotated top here, he's got Stampede in about 10 seconds if they want to try to fight here, but they've made sure Justin's not farming the lane. They've made sure that they've pushed him into the jungle, and that's exactly where he is right now. So he'll farm there, but they're going to lose a tier 1 tower already. That's Pycat. He's going to get the last hit, and all of a sudden, there it goes. It's down.
Mid lane, though. This is where the action's at. Fata has to be ridiculously careful. There's 4 people collapsing onto him, but there has to be an arrow. Otherwise, well, this is what happens. There's no follow-up at all. And that's a big issue, because Fata is still looking very good. And even though, I don't know, they had to make stuff happen here in the mid lane, and, well, Fata's just gonna jiggle away. I mean, he's freaking slow, but who cares when you've got 3 necks? 3 quas thingies invoked.
Yeah, he's got plenty of regen right now, and I think Jiggleblade was looking for that arrow like you were talking about, but the Forge Spirit was kind of in the way, and obviously it wasn't going to work out. And I know that's a tough arrow to hit. Pasta's going to come through. He'll throw up a ward on the high ground here, which gives them a lot of vision of what's going on. They can see that Sheep is here. He'll throw up the sentry immediately, and they realize that their ward's there. They're going to counter ward it. It's going to be some free gold for a catapult. Sadly, they didn't get the bonus gold. That's too bad, but it happens. And well, now, as it stands, Cakes is actually rotated up. He's got Vendetta. He's level 7 right now. He wants to fight, but they ping on him. They see him there. Mizer's going to try to run at him, but they might need detection. He can just pop Vendetta at any point. They have thrown the Sentry Ward down here, so Blink Stomp now going to go on Justin. Flat Cannon, nice disruption from Pandago. The Sunstrike into fly, though, and that's going to be the kill. Fotsa getting it with a well-placed Sunstrike. Nicely done. He knew he was going to walk up a bit and gets the kill.
Yeah, and this early Blink Dagger pickup, it's already just showing off how much of a worth this is, actually. And Mushi, back in Starlight, he had like a 10-minute Blink Dagger or like a 12-minute Blink Dagger each and every game. And now, this is even earlier. We are just 8 minutes in. There's already a Blink Dagger and a gank being executed already by MSS.
Yeah.
This guy is just completely destroying the whole game right now.
Yeah, it's actually huge for him. He's like second in net worth right now just because of that Blink Dagger. And he'll head back bottom. And you're exactly right about talking about that gank. Like, the important part is not only the Blink Dagger, but getting a kill with it. Like, because they'll know it's online if you look at him and you see his inventory. But he stayed hidden for the most of the time. And then all of a sudden he just comes out top and gets a kill easily. And they're like, oh, that's a Blink Dagger now. We see it. So he's got it again bottom. He might look for Jiggleblade here. We'll see.
Should be okay.
Yeah.
Well, the turn rate on Mirana's not that great.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. He should be kind of okay. You could also just... Oh, actually, is he one-shot with the whole combination? 50? Well, we gotta see. Blink forward, double edge, and a few right clicks, and he's actually... Oh, scratch it. Pause coming in. Well, kill secured. Bully being created, and... It wasn't enough damage on his own, but, well, if you have got a support TPing in, it's already just way too much.
Yeah, that damage was there. Pass with the Brain Sap. Really nice TP coming through. Stampede was available. He didn't have any mana for it, though, and I don't think he needed it for the most part. So that's 5 kills going the way of Dog, and eHug are just getting... they're not getting obliterated right now, but they're certainly not getting anything done here. There's already a 4,000 gold lead coming up for Dog here, and if they keep the pressure on, especially if you get Fotsa with a Necro, they'll be in a good position. He's got a Midas, and he can certainly head down that path. He's almost got 2 Forge Spirits up. His level 4 Quas is going to be done soon. There's also a 4,000 experience lead as well. Midas is now done for the Lone Druid. A bit late, obviously, considering he had safe lane farm. Well, he tried to get safe lane farm, but they're going to Moonlight Shadow and maybe try to go for a pick-off here. Invis now up for Cakes. They will not spot that out. There's no ward here for the Radiant team on that bottom rune spot, so have to be a bit more careful. But for the most part, now it looks like Team Dog are going to go back to their own devices and either keep farming or just kind of find elsewhere on the map.
Yep, also very smart play from Dog. They gave pass right after the gank from MSS and pass TPing in. They gave pass the whole bottom lane just to get the level 6 up. And now, well, he's gonna have a TP scroll ready to go, TPing right to the tier 2 in the mid lane. He's got a smoke as well, and now they go. It's this brutal ganking combination now, and we have to keep in mind, wherever those two guys are going to be finding a pickoff, there is going to be a Sunstrike as well. So even if it's going to be a true form Lone Druid, they're going to kill him, no matter what. And they can. And the Midas is a great idea to just catch up. It was very much needed, but man, he will pay for it.
Oh no, Justin's going to get caught out. There's the stomp coming through. The Sunstrike as well. Will it be on point? Absolutely. The double edge like you talked about. The Fiend's Grip is up. They get the kill. Paz getting it done. Now Disruption. Will that save Hamdago's life? Leap forward. Starstorm going. MSS is going to stampede. They miss the Impale. Here comes the call down. He suicides with the double edge. Well played. Pycat coming through, grabbing another one. That's Jigglebilly down. Will Pos get forward and get more here? He's got not enough mana to Nightmare. Now he does. Will he go on Cakes? No, the mana burn from Cakes just in time, and now Pos has got to back away. A 2-for-1 trade, but the denial coming out from MSS. That guy is a goddamn player, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is just this weird interaction with the Soul Catcher, and if you just double edge then and would have been like if you would have been on 1 HP, you'd just die. But yeah, very smartly played, and that's a big deal because if we think about it, this guy was level 9, so if the Shadow Demon would have seen all the experience coming his way, he would have like dinged level 5 or level 6 instantly, and this would have been completely a different game right now. But as it is, it's completely okay to die for another 2 kills. If you're just denying yourself.
Dire's bottom tower
oh, I'm sure he feels really, really great about that. And like you talked about, the Sunstrike going in as well. Yeah, I mean, that Lone Druid was very tanky, but it didn't matter. He died so quickly, and now really it comes down to kind of like, now it's getting to the next point of the game where as long as Pycat can secure some farm, and as long as they can take down some towers with the Invoker and his Forge Spirits, they'll keep the pressure on eHug, and they won't have as much room to farm. Like they are also getting map control here. You can see there's an Observer Ward coming out here from the Radiant team from Dog. They want to make sure they have vision of the jungle now, and I think from that they can just play aggressively and try to either go for kills or for towers here.
Yeah, I'm gonna remake the call real quick. You're just cutting out a bit.
Okay.
Whoa. And we're back.
All right. Hopefully everything's good now, I'm assuming.
Dire's bottom
yeah, it's
tower
wonderful.
is under attack.
Well, I mean, yeah, they'll throw out the Ice Blast here in this bottom lane, and that they actually it missed everybody, it looks like. And well, the Forge Spirits and the rest of the group are going to go to town on this tower, and it looks like this will be a tier 2, the first of the game. They'll throw up the Nature's Attendants and just try to keep this group wave alive a bit longer, and they're doing a nice job of it. Tier 1 top, though, is getting sieged slowly but surely here by the rest of Team eHug, and maybe we'll see an engagement, perhaps? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they should go here, because they do have the team for it. They can just, like, rotate 3 or 5 people in. Oh, actually, speaking of 5 people, what the hell am I talking about? Well, they're gonna find one. They're gonna have the ultimate up, ready to go up onto Justin, but who's really here? It's gonna be MSS. Blinks in, double edges down, stamps right in his face, and they do have the reveal. Perfect play once again from Pass, and this is gonna be another kill here. Jigglebilly tries to run away. Can he leap? No! He just tried to leap away earlier, and another sentry ward. Now those guys are so prepared to just get those killings.
Yeah, and I'm so glad they had those sentry wards ready, because if they let Jigglebilly get away, that would have been an absolute disaster. But they get the kill. Well, I guess not a disaster, but now they've got to be careful. Cakes is roaming around. I mean, I don't think he can really blow anybody up right now at this point, so maybe he's the one that has to be careful. He can't really get too far forward, and he realizes this, he'll back away now, and he's actually getting encroached upon here as Misery is coming up into this top lane into the jungle as well. But yeah, I mean, 2 kills again going the way of Dog. They defend their tier 1 tower, which is not in deny range, by the way. They get the tier 2 bottom. Now they'll focus on the tier 2 top, and it just seems like eHug are losing their footing here in this game.
Yeah, it's looking very grim. The thing is also, because how well the heroes works on the side of Dog, an Exiled Invoker is one of those guys. He can just snowball very hard. Pycat, he's also one of those heroes. He kind of falls off in the mid game if you don't get the damage items, but if you just have the farm anyways, he's excellent. He just can just destroy everyone on the whole team. He's going to have a lot of control as well with a great ultimate, and a BKB is going to be coming out very soon, and we are just 15 minutes in. And even MSS, like this guy, if he gets up some nice farm, he's going to be ridiculously hard to deal with. I don't know. It's hard. Game is going to be very hard.
I mean, like, and the thing that's even like more, I guess, sad to think about for eHug is like, look at the hero level chart and just like look at where Pandago is. Like, he's level 3, man. And the next closest person is level 7, and that's his teammate. Like, that's like Pandago's a great support player, and I've seen him do some ridiculous things, but this is not his game right now, and it feels like maybe the Shadow Demon pickup, I understand what they were going for, but it was kind of forced maybe to a certain extent. Ice Blast is going to go. It's going to land on Fata, but he has Quas to regen once that Ice Blast is done. They'll work on this tier 2 tower. Nyx Assassin picks up the Invis Rune. He's also got Vendetta ready to go, but like you talked about, MSS, he's also going to be tough to deal with. He's going for a mech. He picks up the Buckler right now. He actually had a casual cloak as well, but mech is going to be his item choice as well. Once he gets that mech done, I don't really see Dog losing a fight at all, and they really haven't come close to losing one yet either, so.
Yep, and that's a very cute pickup. Not only do you get like the active, which is wonderful, 250 HP AoE heal is perfect. But you also get a crap ton of armor on the hero, which just scales very nicely with your return damage. Because, well, if you take less damage and you just return it all the way, it's wonderful. But yeah, so I really enjoy seeing those pickups. And also very smart to actually not give the Enchantress the, like, hey, Misery, please buy a mech. Because it just delays the mech too much. The faster you get it up, the faster you can just destroy teamfights. They're doing this already, and with a mech, it's just way harder to come back as eHug, because they don't have one at all.
And like with that mech too, yeah, you're absolutely right. I'd prefer they get it earlier. And with it, they can also like go high ground at some point very soon. They have all of the tier 2 towers. They've taken all of them, including top and mid, which they took not too long ago. Now there's a smoke coming out mid. Can they pick off Jiggleblade? They have Pos, they have Fiend's Grip, and they have a gem, so they have detection. Jiggleblade about to grab a haste rune. They're going to use the enchant. Jiggleblade's going to leap to the high ground. Oh no, he's stuck. He's got a Moonlight Shadow. They should see him up there, but no. Are they going to go on this? Sunstrike's going to fly. There's the Fiend's Grip. They're going to use Disruption more likely than not. Calldown's going to go as well. Might save his life with that disruption. The right click going through. Brain Sap not being used. There's the Moonlight Shadow, the double edge. They get vision with MSS jumping up. Oh, the Ice Blast, it hits on MSS. That's going to do some damage. He can't mech out now. He can't even blink either. The Chilling Touch now going their way. Stampede's going to go. Impale misses hard. Can they get the TP? Stop? No. He will get out. The Nightmare not in time, but Jigglebilly, how unfortunate to jump up there on the high ground and get caught out of position.
And all the meanwhile, Fader was just farming bottom lane. Like, there was nothing in his world just disturbing him. He was just having a good time in a good old bottom lane, getting up some CS. And, well, this just means there's going to be Necro 3 coming up very, very soon. And I'm not sure. But this guy freaking farmed. And here we got it. Yeah. 17 minutes in, Necro 3 and a Midas. Holy smokes.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now. It's a lot like Quickfoot in that game, too, between Liquid and Revenge that was not too long ago. I mean, the Quas Exhort Invokers are doing work today, ladies and gentlemen. So with the Invoker right now, with Fata and the way he's been playing, he'll throw up the Necro and he can start really sieging down towers soon, especially like we said with that mech, but he's got to be careful. I mean, I guess they're not rotating for him. It's just the Lone Druid here, who, once again, only has a Midas right now. That's all Justin has. He's got 2,000 gold in the bank. There's no point in going a Radiance at this point. It's way too late for that, I think, and I don't know. I just don't see a way, really, that eHug can get back into this unless Lone Druid somehow gets farm.
So what do you rather see? Do you want to see Maelstrom here?
I think so. I think that's the item that you have to go, because that actually provides some teamfight benefit, but I still don't really think that gives you enough, and because also Pandago's like so low in levels. I mean, he's got level 5 now, but like also Jiggleblade has like no farm either. He's got Shreds and Tequila and 600 gold in the bank, so there's just no items coming out right now for eHug that really kind of scream to me that they're going to get back into this one, at least not yet anyway.
Yeah, it's a shame really. They need so much and they can't. I mean, you can only get so little of the map at the same time, especially when there's a freaking Centaur and obviously an Exit Invoker just waiting to blow you up. And speaking of those guys, they're just now heading down mid lane. And when are they going to be calling for the push? Do they wait for an Acceptor up onto Misery? I think this is just.
I think it's the BKB for Pycat.
Okay, yeah, why not?
I mean, he's really close and he's taking this Ancient stack right now. You wait for that BKB. Once you have that, then you can start pushing it. And maybe you get a kill, like at a pick-off, and then go for Roche, then go for the mid lane. Or if you're feeling really confident, I mean, they're ahead by, what, 14,000 gold at this point? Then you could go outright without the Aegis. They're going to try to defend top. Jiggleblade will get it. Well, actually, it's going to be the Siege Creep. They're going to come up here. They gem up on Pos. Is not really ready. They're going to throw up the call down. He's trying to juke this. And it's the arrow flies on Pycat. Jiggleblade looking for a solo kill. Sunstrike, Deafening Blast. Pycat, you're going in too deep, man. Will he survive? Yes, they get the kill. MSS with the light mech. Not that it matters. They kill Jigglebilly. That's a huge pickup coming out. Misery getting chased down here. In the meantime, Vendetta's going to go. Impale's going to fly. It's going to hit. The Ice Blast as well. Is it going to connect? Absolutely. Nature's Attendants. That is not going to work out in your favor. You are dead, my friend. So a 1-for-1 trade, but still.
Yeah, well, thing is... So, Mirana had a great idea. Perfect execution from Jiggle. The thing is, if you're so underleveled, like the whole eHug are, and if your enemy's team has got like so many levels, this is just the little bit of extra you kind of need in this situation. And it's just hard to see. And now even the courier, oh no!
Has been killed.
And this is it for the courier. And game is now ridiculously hard.
Yeah,
but still, I mean, Lone Druid is going to have his relic up. If the bear doesn't die, this would have been big. Well, he's got a new one. Never mind. He's going to be fine. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's good. He still can't buy that relic. He really wants it. I mean, he's got 3,800 gold. He was trying to get the courier over there, and like it's saying something when you can't even get your own bear courier over to the side shop or secret shop to get the relic in. It's unfortunate, but nonetheless, I mean, still Radiance at 20 minutes and 22 minutes, probably 23 minutes even. It's going to be a bit late, like we talked about, but it actually might help a lot because it does put that Blink Dagger on cooldown for MSS to jump in. And I think that's big. I think if you can shut that down, that'll be really important. However, now Pycat has a BKB. He's got an Aegis. The Ice Blast is going to come out. Is it going to connect? Yes, just barely on Pycat, but now MSS is going to wrap around to the backside. He still has his mech ready to go. And I think now they probably go for the mid-tier 3, or at least some tier 3. Oh no, Pandega, what are you doing there? That's not where you need to be. MSS blowing him up. Oof.
It's just so hard to watch right now. And the thing is, MSS, he's got 2k gold in the bank. And I'm not sure if you actually can hear me because you're cutting out on my end, but it's alright. I mean, you're the main cast, it's okay anyways. If he picks up something like a... I don't know, he doesn't even... Okay, maybe just go for the pipe, and then this is all you really need. Your whole team, you can just pop the pipe, try to kill down the tier 3, and then you just back up and just go again after 60 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's what they need to do. I'm surprised they didn't use it yet, but well, I mean, it's not here. Obviously, the pipe would be really nice to have, but... Arrow, oh, wow, Fata. He just made those Forge Spirits, and the arrow was flying right on top of him. The Forge Spirits being the little bodyguard that they are. They make sure that arrow doesn't connect. But now they're waiting to go here. They're sieging slowly but surely. Well, they try to fight this. And the bear is going to get enfeebled again. This is really problematic for Bear. Obviously, not doing that damage that you'd like to get dealt. But here we go. The tier 3 tower flying down, taking a lot of damage. They'll kill one of the Necro Creeps. They'll take the tier 3. Will they go for the racks now is the question. Well, Fada's working on it here. They'll throw out the Ice Blast as well. It's going to hit on 2. Now they back off. Demonic Purge now up in the Invoker. He's got to be careful. He still has a lot of abilities to use, obviously. But, oh, Stomp. Jigglebilly getting caught out of position. Sunstrike not being used, and the leap away. Jiggle should survive this, and now he's got to use Moonlight Shadow to get back close to, of course, the tower and the racks. Otherwise, they're going to lose it. But the Radiant's now up here. MSS can't blink in. Potentially. Pycat going to go down the Aegis, but the bear getting blown at the stomp on Cakes. MSS jumping in. Cakes buys back immediately. There's going to be the mech coming through. That'll be for Team Dog. Nightmares up on Pandago. The bear running rampant. Paz getting entangled. BKB pop for Pycat. Looking for the rocket barrage. The flat cannon damage not quite enough to get the kills, but doing work. They're still not taking the racks. Another ensnare, this time on Pycat. The entangling claws coming through, but not doing enough. Melee racks getting sieged down slowly but surely. Can they get this melee building's the question. It's falling low. There it is. Do they back off now or do they go for range? We'll see.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
attack. Alright, so looks like they're going to get the range and maybe back off, but yeah, there it goes. And that's a set of racks now for Team Dog. Easily done. I mean, that's all they really needed to do. They accomplish their goal, they get their objective, and they go from there, so.
Yeah. Also, Jiggle, once again, doing some cute stuff here. He was positioning himself here, trying to find an arrow, anything like this, just to give his team any sort of initiation power they can get. Because a 5-second stun on someone is a good start. Because you need those big plays. You can't just rely on fighting a nice team fight, because you're gonna lose them. You have way too much of a gold disadvantage that there is just no way you just win ahead a straight fight. So, well, smartly played here from Jiggle. Can't really find it. It's a bit unfortunate here. They kind of need some sort of Hail Mary play, and this is exactly what they should have done. I also want to see them just go smoke up as like 5, and then just try to kill someone like badly, and then just try to get a tower or something. Any sort of objective, maybe get a fast Roche as soon as it's up once again. But this way around, they need to make stuff happen, otherwise they're just gonna lose. And yeah, well, this is very hard. Yet again, wait a second, does Justin has his... No, he doesn't. Oh.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. I think they need to smoke up. I think they need to do something at the very least, but it seems like if they do that and they fail, then I think the game's probably over. If they smoke up and they like lose 2 or 3, then maybe. But like if they smoke up and they like get team wiped, it's going to be over. But as it stands right now, Dog, they're going to go ahead and push down bottom. They smoked up for this as well, and they're just going to try to take another tier 3 and a set of racks and another set of racks. And I don't think he can come back from this. So Justin has to be very careful. He recreates the bear now. His Radiance is the only item that he's really got that does any sort of damage. That's it. Jigglebilly doesn't have much either, and he does have his drum now, but it's a bit late for that. The Necro 3 already doing damage to the tower. You can see the rocket, the homing missile flying through. There's that pipe that you talked about coming up for MSS. They might throw it up and just try to go full into this base right now, but as it stands in the back off, they even have an Ogre Frostmage to give them some extra armor. Blink in, there's the stomp, the Sunstrike gets the kill on Pandango. MSS getting arrowed right now, should be okay. No Entangle procs coming through, there's the Impale coming as well. MS is gonna back out now, throws at the mech now. Now they can just take this tier 3 for free, it looks like. It should fall. And that should be the end of, well, I guess the mini engagement as eHug get pushed back, and this should be the beginning of the end for them, it feels like anyway.
Yeah, they have no long-range anti-push except for the A ult, and this is exactly what happens right now. And well, now they can just try to fall back. GG's being called. That's it. They get cakes, maybe. Yep, they just blow right back up. Well, what a game. Dog, Jesus Christ. Have mercy on those guys.
Yeah, they just, I think, outplayed them. Outdrafted them, I think, as well. And just outlaned them altogether. Really good stuff from Team Dog, honestly. Really solid play. MSS, I think, with the early Blink Dagger really helping out his team. Fata played a fantastic mid, and eHug, they just couldn't get anything going. But luckily, it's a best-of-3 series here, so we'll jump into the next game in just a moment, guys. Remember, this is the American Dota League. It's the last day of Week 3. Last game, last series. And perhaps the last game in the next game coming up. We'll see if eHug can bring it back and force a game 3. If obviously, we'll get into a 2-0 situation for Team Dog. Stick around, find out the answer in a bit. We'll be right back, guys. Hang on tight.